We're going live.
All right.
Right.
This
Hey
is
everybody.
Anna's Global History Night, everybody.
Actually, no, we're calling ourselves Global History Radio.
Global History Radio.
Yeah.
So, that's what I was going to ask you while we're on the show. So, you sent me a new banner that you wanted to use.
No, that was just for when Lamont was on.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, you don't want to keep that?
No, because it has Lamont on it. My friend will
No, no,
make us
no, no, no,
another
no.
one.
I'm not talking about the promo. I'm talking about, remember you sent me a banner, but there was like a dog that you were going to have him change it from a dog to something else?
Oh, well, we can keep that if you want.
So you want me to? I didn't add it, but you want, is that what? Because I wasn't sure if you were going to change it before I did it, before I put it up. Do you want to use that as the banner?
Do you want to use it?
I liked it,
Okay,
but I
sure.
remember you saying something that you were going to have him change the dog to something else.
No, no, if you
You
like,
know
if
what we
you
can do?
no,
I
we
just
should
thought
use it.
about it.
Hmm?
I got an idea, Anna. Check this out.
What?
We can put a burn dog. Get rid of the
Oh
dog
no, you
and
gotta
make
get
a
your face
dog
to come
with
in,
Bernie's face and call it a burn dog.
man.
Well, that'll be so cool. Can that person make it like a burn dog and put Bernie's face on the dog? What just happened?
Come on, you gotta get your face on too. If you like it, we should definitely use it because my friend is no, we should use it because it's something that people that do radio understand, and that's why my friend did it. So yeah, yeah, we can do that, and then definitely.
All right, let me. Cause see, I just so everybody know, I just got home, so she's trying to get me to come on, but see, I don't have my time to set myself up right to look right. I'm just like looking like I
And
literally
let
just.
me add that you can't get background because yeah, I have like my Twitch talk background from the other show I do Twitch talk because I'm in my bedroom and I don't want everybody to see my
Let me
bedroom.
see how it looks because I really don't want to go on because I'm not prepared. We'll see what it looks like. And see, plus it's too dark right here. All right, let
Mhm.
me see if I can switch it up while we're on here doing the show. While you're talking, I'll try to make it more a little bit more like it was the last time.
Okay. Um, but yeah, we need to get across that it's a show. But I don't know. I mean, I'm pleased, but definitely you start us off, Roselle, because I was surprised. I think we've done a show on a Friday night before, maybe once, but
Right, but see, I want to do Tuesdays. That's the day I
mm,
would like to do. I know we can. I don't want to do it this Tuesday for
yeah,
obvious reasons
yeah,
because it's the election, and I want
yeah.
to I want to see what's going to happen on the election. So speaking of that, what do you think's going to happen?
Um, I think Trump could win. Yeah, we could be in for 4 more years, but
What? Okay, what makes you think Trump is going to win?
no, I think he could win.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean,
A lot of people
uh,
say that though. I don't ever see people saying Biden could win, but I always hear people, even people who don't like Trump, I always hear them saying Trump could win. But I never hear them saying Biden could win. I never
really,
hear
no,
nobody say that.
lots of people are saying Biden will win. I mean, a lot of
Okay, I
places
don't ever see that. I
you
don't
must
ever.
not be watching the news. Watch Rachel Maddow or something. Yeah, I mean, polls
Well,
are
when
still
they say it, they kind of show on here because I'm watching MSNBC. They always
yeah.
show the percentage. They're making it seem like, well, I guess they do make it seem like Biden's gonna win, of course, but they never really say it. They always kind of say, well, if he's like in
Well,
Iowa and Biden is 60% and then Trump is like 55%, that it's actually like it's even because of the margin of the 4%. And they explained it like 4.4
okay.
percent.
So what I think is we don't know. So let's like move on to some other countries because we are global history radio, and that's one of the things
Okay, that's
that's
good.
special about us. Um,
Got me.
so okay, in Tanzania, President John Magufuli has won re-election with a landslide victory in a poll that the opposition has described as fraudulent. So, and then, okay, there is news of a transition of power that is actually cool. So this happened in Seychelles, which is like a group of islands, an archipelago off the east coast of Africa. And Seychelles became independent from, oh, come on, man, come on, from Great Britain in 1976. And there's a big gap between rich and poor. But okay, so the opposition has taken power in the Seychelles for the first time since 1977, following its victory in the presidential election. So the winner is an Anglican priest who people call father, and his name's Wavel Ramkalawan, defeated President Danny Faure by like 10 points. And in his first comment in winning, Mr. Ramkalawan said, so the winner said, Mr. Faure and I, that's the president, are good friends. And an election does not mean the end of one's contribution to one's motherland. In this election, there were no losers, there were no winners. Our country was given the opportunity as the ultimate winner. Mr. Faure, so the outgoing guy, was sitting close by and nodded in approval. Election does not mean the end of one's contribution to one's motherland. What happened? What did you just turn something on?
Yeah, it was my phone accidentally. Well, I was finding the live that we're on. I'm gonna send it to your page and my page on Facebook.
Yeah, I can't really. I'm like
I don't think there's a way to do it like that, because I do have you know what? I do have a Facebook Live. I can put it on Facebook, but the problem is, if I have it live on both, I don't know how good it'll be. Do you want me to give it a try?
No,
it might work, it might not.
No, I mean, don't worry about it. Let's just get like do the show. We're doing good. It doesn't matter. We're putting it. When after this show, I'll be able to. Okay, anybody that's paying attention, tell me how it looks. Yeah, but it's cool. I'm happy. I'm pleased we can do this. We're just figuring out a different format and how to I'm trying to,
oh I see it.
How does it look?
It looks all right. I mean, it looks like you're filming your computer. You have a little heart in front of it.
Yeah, because I want my room to not show up too clearly. I'm private.
It looks like you got a big cat swinging its tail next to you.
That's fine. My cat can show up. Oh, I'm pleased my cat shows up.
I'm
in here doing the show in my room because one of my other cat had a procedure and has stitches, so she has to stay in here. Normally I would never do a show in my bedroom. Okay. Okay. No. But just about the Seychelles, I just thought, oh my God, what would it be like to have gentlemanly people doing this? I mean, so I'll be following it. I mean, who knows? He could have been lying and it'll be chaos, but he's called father. He's run 3 times before. So we will see. But anyway, I had heard the name Seychelles, but I didn't know too much about them until I don't know, I just heard the name. So anyway, there are elections going on in a lot of places. So
sorry to break you off before you keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to reposition myself, so I'm going to mute myself, so keep going.
Okay.
So just so you know, if you're trying to say something to me, I'm going to be muted for a bit because I got to position myself a certain way.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So there are, I'm trying to think, there's a couple other, so okay, election in Seychelles, election here, election in Tanzania. Oh, okay. So Sudan normalized relations with Israel. We've talked about that before, after being taken off the terror list by the list of terrorist organizations. So, okay, in the first place, it's fucked up that it's just a nation shouldn't be blamed for violence taking place there. And that's why I don't believe, and yeah, I mean, people should be protected. And that's why I don't believe, and when we've talked about this, like boycotting, you know, boycotting countries. And so, um, but anyway, so Trump normalized, so, you know, our, oh man, Jared Kushner. So, Israel will send $5 million worth of wheat to its, and see, this is like a quote from the news release, from its new friend Sudan, according to a statement from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office. So something that sums up the state of Israel is that there was more news this week that Israel was bringing over 50,000 Ethiopian Jews, and they're not like nationally called. Uh, they're they were, you know, they were called falasha, and that term is now considered offensive. And I don't, because it's not correct that they're not Ethiopian Jews. They're Jews that are living in Ethiopia. There was an airlift of them in, I think, the late 70s. I could be wrong about that. And man, okay, I'm trying to think about how far back to go with some of our little issues about the state of, but okay, so my, so the 50,000 Jews from Ethiopia have been brought there, and the state of Israel is sending $5 million worth of wheat to Sudan, whereas it's just like, take fucking 50,000 Sudanese people and let them get jobs and go to school and invent, not, I mean, it's like it's building up the economy. I mean, the whole thing. And but because of their immigration policy, you know, it doesn't work that way. And I think it's wrong. So are you still on mute, Roselle? Um, okay, I guess so. So I will just keep going on. Okay, so hopefully this is working, holding up my phone to the camera. It took me a while to figure out. Okay, because I'm not even looking at the phone. I don't know. It was a trip. So okay, there have been protests in Nigeria for weeks, and it's called SARS, and that's is special forces of the government that are responsible for a lot of human rights abuses. And I watched footage of it. There was, you know, people singing in the dark, and the cops just started firing. And so storehouses are being looted, and leaders, um so, you know, well, you know, whatever, it's like in a social movement, in a protest, anything, there is always going to be looters. There's like people that want to get in underneath it and cause disruption and distract from the cause. And okay, so there was a stampede there too. So, okay, this is an intense story. It's from Tunisia, and Tunisia declared is where the Arab Spring, so-called Arab Spring, started in 2011. Like, man, I can't believe that it's been like 9 years, but I remember the demonstrations in Egypt, and I was with a friend, and so my niece. What am I saying? So, um, okay, Hamdan. So that's Tunisia. Um, Hamdan Dali, a 81-year-old Black Tanzanian man, can now legally remove a part of his name that denoted he was a descendant of slaves. A court in the North African country declared in a ruling his lawyer described as historic. Campaigners who spoke to Reuters said the court ruling will pave the way for the many other Black Tunisian households who bear names denoting their slave ancestry, including Atig or liberated by, to be able to drop them. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, I guess, like one of the things that's hard to see in other societies is the divisions. But um, so, are you going to play music tonight?
Yeah, I can play some music.
Okay. Well,
I'm actually, while you're talking right now, I'm gonna pull up. Well, what?
oh, I just wanted to hear you like chime in on anything.
Oh yeah, you remember what I just told you? I was moving stuff around.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Well,
you
I
did.
didn't hear all of it,
Okay.
but I'll chime in. Keep
Yeah.
going.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is because I was like, Mo, see, I was going on for a while. Okay. Do you remember hearing about noise attacks in Cuba? Cuba.
No, I don't remember hearing that. What actually is a noise attack?
Okay, I have been trying to figure this out for a while. So it's called the sonic attack or oral harassment. And it happened to diplomats in Cuba. What happened was they would they'd hear the noise, but not like really know what it was. And then they start getting sick. And it happened to diplomats in Cuba, and now it's happened to diplomats in China
Mm,
and Russia. So I think I mean, it's just it's horrible. I mean, it's to diplomats, people who are just there as part of the government because they're doing their jobs. It isn't warfare or anything. That's so. I think it's just a way to I don't know, just say like, okay, well, we're not really friends after all. And so, because I read that there's harassment in that they kill their pets. Well, that was one of the things that was happening in Cuba. They would kill people's pets. So that's just horrible. I mean, that's the worst thing.
so they were just killing their pets, just
Well, that's some of the harassment that happened. I mean, like over they also like switched mouthwash with urine.
man. What the heck was up with all that?
Really fucked up. Really fucked up.
That's man, jeez.
Yeah. And that's what and but oral sonic harassment. I mean, I've never quite been able I still don't completely understand it, but it's one of those things where it happens, but you don't um fucker, but you don't know it I mean, I guess the only way I can compare it is, you know how like dogs can hear things that humans can't?
Uh-huh.
That's, or so it's on a different frequency, but I don't, did you look it up?
Look up what?
Um, sound,
I
what's
can
it called?
actually look
Sonic
that up.
Attack.
What is it called? Sound?
Sonic Attack. It's called Sonic Attack.
Yeah, nah. I was actually looking up the song to play. Let's see. Sonic Attack. What is a Sonic Attack? Oh, wow. I wonder how those work. I guess they can kill people, huh?
Okay, so I'm gonna try and go live from. Okay, I'll see everybody in a little bit. I'm gonna try and see if I can go live from my Facebook page on my computer.
Uh-huh. So are you trying to show, you want me to show the definition of Sonic Attack? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, don't show it, but I mean, what like how would you describe it? I'm trying to.
Well, to me, what I'm reading, and I'll just read what it says. It's an ultrasonic weapon.
Yeah.
Weapons of various types that use sound to injure, incapacitate, or kill an opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing I'm getting from it is sound, but it's able to hurt you in some kind of way.
Yeah, it's really hard to understand. And
Now, I've heard
the,
about that. I didn't know
mhm.
what it was called. I heard something like this. But what's weird is if we have something, I wonder why they don't try to use that in the cities.
Well, they yeah, I mean they do it to like yeah, so far, I mean I remember reading about it 2 years ago and just being really baffled. So are you going to play a song? I want to take a break.
Yeah, sure. Hold on. Let me put something out. I think I had something ready to go here. See how we do. Oops. Give it a second. It's like 30 seconds. Hold on. There we go. Got a tissue that I wish you saw. Side captain, Mr. Know It All. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you good. With the birds of shed. With the birds of shed, it's so lonely as you. With the birds of shed, it's so lonely as you. Push me up against the wall. Young tuck girl in a push-up bra. Falling down over myself to lift your heart in case your health could. With the birds of shed, it's so lonely of you. With the birds of shed, it's so lonely of you. With the birds of shed, it's so lonely of you.
No, can't do it. Oh, no. Hey, no, no. I mean, no, what am I am going to go back to my phone. I was trying to see if I could go live on my computer and be on Zoom, but I can't. So I'm just going to keep doing it from my phone. Sure, try. Mhm. Yeah. No, no, we can go back on. Okay.
I think we are back. I think. Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Global History Radio.
There we go. Global
Yeah.
history. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna give it a try. Let's see what it looks like or what it does. Oh, okay. So I see what's going on. You know what it is?
Hmm.
I can't do both. I can either do YouTube or I can do Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I just real you also like I can't do Zoom and Facebook because the computer only has one camera.
Right.
You can't you yeah. Yeah.
But it's letting me do YouTube. But if you want, we can stop the YouTube stream and try Facebook.
Um,
But just let you know, you got to watch what we say and what we do because we get booted on Facebook
we're not going to get booted
if
for
we do
anything
it
I say.
badly. We can give it a try. It don't hurt not to try. What do you want to do?
We're not going to get booted. I'm looking to okay, I'm figuring out how it worked. I'm looking at it on the Facebook. I don't know. This is wild. I don't know. I mean, I'm just having fun. I don't care. Yeah. If you
Let me know. It's your thing.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's not. It's our thing. Um
What's our thing? But you're the host. You know, it has to be right for you. You're the main. And trust me, I tell Age the only one I'm saying that to. When
I know.
Age was doing his show, I used to tell Age, "You're the guy, so you let me know how we want to do it. That way,
Well,
you're
that's not
comfortable with it."
well, that's like more his
It did give me an option.
yeah.
It did give me an option for Facebook though, but
Hmm.
I just chose YouTube because Facebook. If we play certain music, they might boot us, and Facebook is kind of really on that kind of stuff. We say
Yeah.
something or do something that offends them, so
Okay,
YouTube is a little more.
so one of the things I was looking at doing too is that I think we should talk about is there's other, oh my God, this is so ridiculous. I did this with this filter so it wouldn't show up that much, but um is look at other races around the country. There is a guy, a man running in Georgia, Reverend Raphael Warnock, who's the pastor at Ebenezer Baptist Church, where Martin Luther King preached. And he was at Morehouse at the same time as Pastor Quick, the pastor here. So he's running for the Senate. So um I don't know. You get the feeling like, okay, can things change? Is Georgia gonna elect a Democratic senator? And there's somebody in a tight race with Lindsey Graham. Okay, did you follow the Supreme Court thing, Amy Coney Barrett?
I don't know.
Okay, well, it's not that if you weren't already following it, then it's not. It's actually not that.
I think we're gonna see a lot of differences though. I think we're gonna see a lot of. You're breaking up. Oh, you were like way back. I must have been behind. I think your internet did something funny because I was watching you and you were talking about Georgia, and then next minute you're like in a totally different position.
No, I think I would have just been like move. Nothing stopped on my end. Um,
Yeah, that's stuff on my end either. That was weird, but I could see it. It was weird. It was like it went straight to you just sitting there. And I was answering your. I was trying to talk to you about you. You said something about Georgia if they're ever going to go
mhm.
Democratic,
Yeah,
and I said there's going to be a lot of changes. I think when this comes around.
I sure as hell hope so.
No, you don't think so?
I
I
don't.
think there will be.
Well, there's already been changes. Um, if um we, it's sort of like um by the time Donald Trump was elected, things had already changed. Things have already changed. He's appointed a bunch of conservative justices, and yeah, I mean, things had changed even if it in order for him to be elected at all. So I don't know. It's fun. Oh, okay. This could work. It's so funny when I've been figuring out the Zoom and stuff, like figuring out how it's backward. So,
What
what
you
do you
gonna
think
try?
is
You
going to
trying a
happen?
different camera? You
Pardon
trying
me?
your back camera?
Yeah.
All right, let me see what it looks like. I don't see you live on there. Hold on. I don't see you live on your page.
You don't?
Nah, I see the old one,
You
but I
sure?
don't see you live. You were live.
It's showing as live.
I don't see. Let me see if I get out of Facebook and come back in and see if it shows you. Because I don't see it. Let's try it again.
I just tagged you.
And a Bergman. Wow. I don't see you live. I don't see you. Yeah, I don't see you live. I don't even got your tag.
Oh,
No tag.
okay. So, okay, let me start it again. Okay, I should be showing up live now.
Let me see.
Okay. Oh my God, awesome. Look, I figured out how to do it. Okay, fuck it. Yeah, I see.
This was live. I still don't see you. I don't see you live. I don't know what's going on here.
It's showing up.
I don't even see that you tagged me.
Am I in a different account? This is so weird.
Yeah, I don't see you. I do not see you. I see your. Oh, now I see you. Okay, now I
Okay,
see you. That is a little bit better.
it is.
But you're
I
showing
put,
size.
wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, this is a lot better.
No, 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 no. I can't.
What? It's fine.
Yeah, but you're showing sideways.
It's gonna be that way because I'm holding it in my hand. Yeah. It's gonna get moved around.
Yeah, that's what you kind of want. There we go.
Yeah, but I'm until I figure. Okay, until okay. I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do next time. Yeah, I can get it my phone propped up the right way. What's on? Yeah, but I'm until I figure. Okay, until okay. I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do next.
Oops. It's a little bit late. All right, let's get back to it. You know what we're gonna have to do?
Huh.
One day we're gonna have to spend a whole day and just critique it and get it perfect.
That would be really fun.
That's what we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to get you. We're gonna have to just do that. Like spend the whole day doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You down to do that one day?
Of course, be fun.
All right.
Do a marathon.
Woo.
But yeah, this is good. I mean, I want it to come. Um, yeah, I don't want it to just be me talking.
So this
Um,
okay. This is my question
hmm.
on your computer because on my computer I can still go on Facebook. You can't go on Facebook at the same time and just go live from your computer at the
No,
same time.
because there's only one camera.
Oh, and it meant okay. I get you.
That's why I tried it.
Hmm.
Uh-oh, helicopter. Man, Vallejo, fucking crazy. You're on the Vallejo crime and safety page, right?
Yes, I am. With that guy,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
guy who runs it, the guy, I keep forgetting his name, but he looks like I don't know what I can't explain, but he looks like one of them guys. Like he looks
Like,
like a neighborhood watch guy. He wears a hat and sunglasses. He just looks like a neighborhood watch guy.
mm-hmm.
What's his name? I don't know his name.
Sean West. Yeah, I've never seen him. I mean, he goes on live sometimes, but um
Let me see if I can
Well,
find it.
helicopter out now. So yeah, there's probably something going on.
Hey, shout out to Sean West, man. Love your page, man. Much love to you. But he looks funny. He looks with him with the shades, with his picture with the shades and the glasses. That kills me.
Yeah, yeah.
But it sounds like he's trying to do stuff for Whale. You know, he tries to pinpoint all the areas and stuff happening. He knows where it's at, knows what's
Hmm.
happening.
Hmm.
It's okay, we'll get it. We'll get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Get
Wow,
it.
that's a
I can
loud
tell you.
that's a loud helicopter. So
Yeah.
my backdrop is from Twitch Talk, the podcast I'm doing about Bewitched. I'm part of a panel. We talk.
I
Okay,
seen. I kind of. Why didn't it looked like the Brady Bunch? What I saw, it looked like it was like 9 people.
yeah, yeah. It's supposed to look like that. That's they try and get a look. I mean, I'm like a serious person, and so sometimes they're gonna want people to do like a dancing sort of thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm not that good at it. But there was one yesterday screened, and it was really fun. It looks really good. And I wasn't able um to do that one because of something in my family. But I'll be doing the next one, which is thank Samantha's Thanksgiving to remember. So okay, Twitch Talk. I mean, you guys know me. You know my spirit because it sounds pretty arrogant. It's the only group I've been in a really long time where everybody knows more than me.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty well informed. And
What's the
but so far as watching Bewitched, I mean, there's people that have just watched the show like hundreds of times that have written books about it. Yeah, yeah. So it's pretty cool. But
nice, nice, nice.
yeah, yeah, man. So it's cool. Global history radio is definitely getting me places.
Yes, we just gotta. Yep, I just gotta make sure. I gotta start getting it consistent. I want to do it every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday? Cool.
I gotta keep
Awesome.
every Tuesday. That's what the goal is.
Yeah.
Is you do you have a guest tonight? Or what's happening with tonight?
I t- I texted Jamila and I haven't heard back. So no, I asked a couple people and they were busy. So
Okay, okay. Wasn't sure.
yeah. Yeah, we didn't have a whole lot of
Oh,
notice
who's this
too.
guy?
So pardon? Um
Well,
okay, so the US, okay, fucking like COVID is spiking. Even here in Solano County. Did Shantae have COVID?
I saw the message, but I'm not sure if she did or didn't.
I think she did. I mean,
I
I
am not sure.
I think she must have because it's a pretty fucking serious thing to be posting about if you don't have a good reason.
Right.
Yeah,
That one was weird. I don't know if she did or didn't.
and she was hospitalized. So yeah, I can't see definitely. So but it's good she's home. But I mean it hasn't, I don't
Right,
know, man.
right.
I guess like I'm so um okay, so there's a Zoom gathering that I go to on Friday nights from Solano County Pride. Yay. Yay, Solano County Pride.
Is that in Vacaville?
Yeah, but that's where the office is, but it serves the county. So,
Gotcha.
mhm, mhm. Oh man. So, there's a couple there, Carol and Kathy, shout out Carol and Kathy, that are living in like in an assisted facility, and somebody at their facility was just diagnosed with COVID, so they're on lockdown. And the place where my dad lives, I mean, he lives in like a senior housing, has been, on lockdown since the beginning. I don't think they've gone off lockdown.
Wow. So what? When they're on lockdown, what does that mean? They can't leave?
It means they can't have anybody over, and they can't means they can't go down. They have to stay in their room. So I'm always like, man, I really feel for this. So it would mean the staff would be bringing food to everybody. It was like,
They
man,
can't
I
even,
feel for them.
can't even go outside.
No, you can, but
Okay.
you can go out and come back, but you can't have anybody over, and you can't like go, because I mean, they have it timed. They have it so people can use the gym sometimes, but because there's like they have food and stuff, but usually people go down and order stuff, but it means the staff needs to bring stuff around, and
Gotcha.
yeah, a lot of work for people.
Wow. Whew. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, 2020, boy, it's gonna be a memorable year for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm just being really vigilant. I told my cat, that's why I'm here. My cat's injured. Um so I've been reading.
What's wrong with your cat?
Oh man, I'll see when she comes up. No, she had an abscess, so she had to have it taken out, so she has stitches. Yeah, they did the surgery here. We have a home vet now. I mean, it's not quite a surgery, it's a procedure. Oh man, okay. I gotta like
Uh-oh. Wow. Okay. I don't know what Anna's doing or what Anna's up to.
I had to get the other cat out of here to make sure he didn't start picking on her, because like she's in here. She kind of,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, yeah. So he's been in here, and like, of course, cats want to get in any place where they can't, and so he's been like yowling and yowling to get in the door. It's a lot of work. So I've had him in here while he's behaving himself, but now I'm like, you're out. um, this is
Let's
cool.
see.
This is cool. I can't see. I don't think anybody has been. Doesn't seem like anybody's watching, but oh well. Anybody on Facebook, but I can't really tell with because usually I have some people on. Anybody there?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. This is a Friday night,
Yeah.
the night before Halloween, so probably some parties going on.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
I want to try. So that's a good chance to try weird stuff anyway while we're on the computer.
hmm
Let me see here. And I can't figure out where I put them.
Okay. I could have a little section of thing. I always send my dad interesting stories,
Uh
certain
huh.
certain things. So, um, wow. Okay, so here's something I was working on this week. man,
Uh-huh.
getting getting the online bullying and when toward those of us that still support Hakeem Brown. So um, I've been laying really, really low, but I already know that what's going to happen at some point, or that it's what people think that we're not, and we somebody okay, like somebody posted just wanting about like why how can I like not about holding Hakeem accountable. And I'm like, he's the only one that can hold himself accountable. And um,
Yeah, that whole situation is crazy. I'm gonna put that out there.
what do you think is crazy about it?
Well, I think he should have said something before he ran for mayor. He should have said something about it. That's
Yeah,
something you don't keep quiet.
yeah,
Just putting that out there. So it's a difference if if you weren't convicted. I mean, because then, like I said, it's different if someone's just saying something. But if you have some convictions for it and you kind of admitted you did it, you know, he should have said something before he ran. That's just my opinion.
yeah,
It's hard to
yeah.
bounce back. It's hard to bounce back from that. It's
Pardon me?
kind of hard to. I said it's hard to bounce back from that.
Yeah. I,
I mean, that's all I can say about it. I mean, that's gonna be a hard one for him.
for me, it doesn't.
It's gonna be a hard one.
Yeah, I mean, people want to recall him and stuff like regardless of, um,
Right.
you know, yeah. I'm
Like I said, you kind of got to know him a little bit better.
yeah,
So
but
there's
not
things
yeah.
you know.
Pardon me.
Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know him well. No. I mean, I don't know him well. I mean, he's a really friendly guy. He's really friendly and um I mean, you only know a little bit of about a person. It's not like you're going to see stuff like that. So, um people like yeah, I believe what the women said. Of course I do. It just has to do for me with it's almost like it doesn't like he's still here. I mean, for me it just doesn't even necessarily it's something to me it's like it matters who everybody is as a person whether they're an office holder or not. So it doesn't really like okay well like as a friend see that like no it doesn't bother me that I didn't know that. No, it doesn't make me not yeah even as
So it doesn't like bother you a little bit.
well that he did it at all bothers me. But you know I okay, this was about the best because that happens a lot with politicians where you find out something they did 8 years ago, like his last accusation you could say was 2012, and then the woman he was with most recently like wrote a letter saying he wasn't abusive to her. So um I mean it's an interesting question, like what if he'd killed someone or you know. But when it comes to domestic violence, I believe that people can change, and like, yeah, he loses his time, he loses a lot of, it's just a lot of people already weren't supporting Hakeem because he's lost his temper with them. So and that is perfectly, I don't dispute anybody's experience at all, and I don't defend him for any of that. Like, no, it's not okay. But like, I'm not going to turn my back on on someone because they have faults. I have fault. I mean, and yeah, so whatever that even means, but
Mhm.
so no, I mean, the problem I care about now, and like, yes, if um I mean, see, everybody didn't have I mean, and it's he's a lot of people are alienated, and that's okay, but here's the thing I oppose, that's what's happening. People have a petition, people are like making up a petition for people to sign for Hakeem to step down, not even people that are Vallejo voters, and I disagree with that approach. And just let the voters decide. There's people that believe he's gotten to be a better person and people that don't. But what will really upset, I mean, it upsets me because there's going to be people that think I mean, there's a lot of people that think like, if you support him at all, you're not supporting women. And
Oh wow, really?
if you don't, yeah, if you don't think people, if you don't think, yeah, if you don't think like them, if you don't want him to step down, then you don't believe the women. And I'm like, yeah, I believe the women, but really I don't even think it has that much to do with it. That's not intrinsic. It doesn't matter what he's doing, what he's doing. I mean, what the actions are his day-to-day life, i'm I'm sort of like, well, why shouldn't he be an office holder? I mean, hopefully he's working on it. And so
Yeah. Woo.
yeah, but I mean, there's um well, we talked about it a bit last week too. Um yeah. Oh, but okay, but the oh man, I don't even, some of it I don't even know if I want to get into, but I talked with somebody about writing an article about the harassment that those of us who support Hakeem Brown are receiving. Um, and it's other people. Like for me, like, yeah, people are assholes to me. I like block them and move on. But other people have really been like harassed and bullied, and BWAPA, which is the Black Women Organized for Political Action, uh, they didn't they voted 15-14 not to rescind their endorsement. And so um a lot of people had strong feelings about it, but so they're being harassed by the public for not rescinding it, by white people basically. And
Wow.
yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
And
Well,
um
I hate
it's
to say it, though, and that's what comes along with that kind of stuff.
pardon.
I said that's what comes along with it.
Yeah.
With when you stick with somebody, I just wish he should have said something. At least he could have, you know, warned y'all. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of
And
hard when you back someone. They don't let you
yeah,
know something like that. That's
he
what
was
set up
he was
somebody.
he was really badly advised. I mean, he had a fucking campaign manager and shit. I mean, he was like hired, and like, why did they not know about this? They should have, they should never have let him. They needed to have a plan to deal with it right off. So, I mean, at the very beginning, but I saw him today and he was in a good mood. He said like he likes the competition, but I don't know. I mean, what I hope will happen, and Hakeem, brother, if you're listening to this, I just hope that you try make some peace with the people, with like the arts people and the new people and all of them. Just make peace, okay? We can do it. I mean, they are, I don't know, but so okay, this was incredibly fucked up. A candidate, one of the city council member, Rosanna Verter-Liga, um running for re-election, and she works in mental health. She's a doctor. I mean, I think she's a psychologist. She works at community mental health, and so I mean that shows that's somebody that really cares. That's somebody you want in government, who's really connected to real life and just the most serious parts of society. I mean, and that's what public mental health clinics are. And so yesterday I heard, probably Vallejo Crime Safety, that a kid had got shot with paintballs, and which is fucked up. But then it turned out that it was Rosanna's son who was standing at an intersection holding up a sign for her. Like people targeted it. And so apparently people holding up signs have been like targeted. And it's just like, that's so fucked up. I mean, there's also been a emergency procedure, or like they're activating emergency things in case of civil unrest with the election. Oh my God, this is, yeah, yeah. But
So is it going on for the Trump threat or just period?
I don't know. I mean, like, okay, I need to get a drink. Okay, like the cop killings. I mean, there's a reason for people to have riots and demonstrations for that, but I mean, even if Trump wins, I can't see people in Vallejo going out and rioting. And yeah, so I don't really get it. But, and I don't know. I mean, well, I don't know. There's certainly, oh my God, shit. Camila didn't come on. I mean, Vallejo has Karen mobs, so I don't think they're gonna organize, I don't think they need to get out the militias for them. But yeah, I mean, that's why I'm pleased, because I wrote to the Times Herald journalist about the coverage of Hakeem, and because that's just what I'm trying to do, like publicly. I mean, I have people I really care about on all sides of this issue, and I mean, don't want to disrespect anyone. But okay, wait a minute. I just like lost my train of thought for a moment. Okay, like well, whether there's going to be civil unrest on Tuesday night here in Vallejo. But okay, the mob of Karens, because we talked about that last week about, yeah, what we didn't tell. I mean, since Lamont was there, it was different. But there were people, there was a demonstration down by City Hall, and it's just, man, I don't even know if I should get into it right now. It was a mob. It was people, almost everybody was white, and it was supposed like it doesn't matter. There it's people, because I mean, sort of like the crux of lynching, like the pretext of lynching was like somebody committed a crime. That was the pretext. And so it's like, yeah, he committed a crime, but there's a legal way to go about it. And so, and it's like a mob. It's just people gathering as a cover for racism, and it doesn't matter like what he did or did. I mean, did or didn't do. Like, why didn't you like ask to meet with him or something? So yeah, like how would you,
Right.
well, what would you do if the same information came out about one of the white council members? I mean, um, yeah. And okay, so and it so that was reported on, and then on Tuesday night lots of people called into City Hall to condemn Hakeem. And um I'm gonna have to call in and say something, and again, because I'm gonna make it like this isn't even about him personally. I mean, this is about following due process and order and law and order. You can't just shout people down because you don't like them, and because
So
they
so
do.
is what happened is the Karens, did they just kind of go to his office and just bust in there and start shouting at him, or how did it
Well,
I mean, what
okay, well, been a couple
did they do?
Jamila should come on and tell us about it. She was volunteering down there, and like three women came down there, and it's all women that are really opposed to Hakeem. So it's like, why are you going? It was like they came to harass volunteers, but like the mob down there, the people down there, like they had the candidates for city council speak. They had this guy speak who I can't stand. I mean, who is a total sexist, aggressive person. Um and just people speaking that, okay, you're talking about you not liking this person, and not about whether, yeah. And it's just the wrong way to go about it. Like, okay, but okay, so remember Susan was on this show. Oh God, I'm so glad I didn't hear this. She got up on stage and said and asked how many women had felt triggered by the Open Vallejo article. So like 80% of them rate like that is like the ultimate, like I feel it's the ultimate Karen mob. Chanting I feel triggered. I mean, so it's just fucked up. You can't. And politicians shouldn't be taking advantage of, and it's like, fuck that, man. You are not honoring the victims by doing that.
Not at all.
Mm-mm,
Not at all.
mm-mm. And um like other yeah, and it's like the BLM protests and all that. I'm like, no, man, do whatever the fuck you're gonna do, whatever the fuck you're gonna do. I mean, I would never like judge that, but um yeah, this was fucked up, man. I guess Jamila was doing something. She's probably phone calling or something. um yeah, but so um, the march was covered, or the rally was covered, and the city council thing was covered. So it turns into, it comes across as the paper giving Hakeem a lot of negative. They're covering the people that are negative about him. And there was a, so I asked Katie to write about like the harassment that that a lot of us have received, and that so she um her editor wants her to wait to do it after the till after the election, because then she'd have to, because he said that then she'd have to like do something about the other side to show balance. And it's like, what the fuck? What are you talking? I mean, that's like, I mean, that was her editor, not her. It's like, you're doing an article about this one thing. And it's like, no, it is not fucking happening, man. I mean, if none of, I know everybody that none of us, so, but it'll happen. It'll happen. I mean,
Good. So anything more global?
I okay, so we talked about Sudan, and oh, okay, so the other thing that's interesting about Sudan is, as we've been talking about, Omar al-Bashir was deposed, the dictator, and last year there were, man, we've been doing this for a while, Rizal, because it was like people, because we talked about it a lot at the time. Um,
Yeah.
this is a civilian and military government. And so, regardless, even if it's Trump, it's like, it's a good sign for the new government to be engaging with other countries. And um you can't, I mean, I think Benjamin Netanyahu's full of shit, but you're gonna hope that, I mean, engagement is all
Now,
better. Because pardon?
I was going to ask you, does any of this tie in with the deal Trump made with Israel? I think, was it Israel?
Well, there's been a couple things. Um, he facilitated Israel establishing diplomatic relations with United Arab Emirates and Bahrain. So he facilitated that, and that wasn't making peace. It was like establishing relations. It's like when Ethiopia and Eritrea established, well, that was different. They had been so it means once you establish diplomatic relationships, it means that flights can go in and out, and the countries can do business with each other. Um, so
Would
that
you say
was,
that's a big thing, or is it just kind
yes.
of like a okay?
I mean, not
I know
a
they
norm,
talked
but,
about it,
well,
brushed
unfortunately,
it off.
pardon me.
I said it seems like when they brought it up, they didn't talk about it a lot. It just kind of mentioned it one or two times, and then you don't hear much about it anymore.
Because most Americans don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, it has a lot of impact. I mean, because this is, evangelicals really support the state of Israel, and so that is a reason that they support him. Even there are some Jews that support Trump, but mostly Jews, like American Jews, are Democrats. So it's not even so much for him. But, well, like the way my relatives, okay, like my family, my niece is a real ardent Zionist, and she's pleased about establishing the relationships, and said that she thinks that at least Donald Trump does something um worthy. And I'm like, no, I mean, I don't think anything he's it's not going to help people. Like, well, maybe it will some, but I did not know the capital of Sudan is okay, it's spelled Khartoum. So you say it sort of like Khartoum. Spelling these words is good to like
So you're
get.
saying it like you're sneezing. Cartoon.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm
Sound like you were sneezing. Cartoon.
I'm sneezing. I thought you said I was sounded easy.
No, what? No, I said like you're sneezing. Like it sounded
Oh,
like you said.
yeah, I can see why it does.
Cartoon.
It sounds like it's coming deep from inside your voice. So that's what I was trying to make it sound like.
All right, try one more time. Give us one more. Give us one more. Come on, Anna. Give us one more.
Cartoon. No, cartoon. It sounds like it would be sort of low.
Cartoon.
Yeah,
Cartoon.
yeah.
Cartoon.
um so the reason there's this connection is that there is a name for this. There was a gathering of of groups, of countries and Arab groups that established like a pact not to recognize the state of Israel, and that they would never recognize it. And that happened in Khartoum. See, I can just say Khartoum. Now you know kind of what I mean. In I think it was 1973 or four, and so they did it there. Um, so that's why Sudan, I guess, has this relationship with the state of Israel. But I'm just like, fuck them. Like instead of bringing over the Ethiopian Jews who are like not being, I mean, shit. In Ethiopia, the Oromo are at war with each other. Nobody's bothering the Jews. And take like 50,000 Sudanese young people and to go to school in Israel. And I mean that country is decimated. They yeah, and so there's no resources, or a lot of like schools have been destroyed. Yeah, so that's just fucked up. I mean, let people bring more relatives over from there, because it's just need before blood. I just don't believe. So um okay, so has anything been going on in the music world? Oh my god.
Um, I don't know what. I mean, this is. I guess this could be part of the news, but
Oh
little
wait, they all
things. I
are.
know
Wait,
Busta Rhymes and
okay. Wait, Ice Cube appeared with Trump, and so did. Well, we know
yeah.
Kanye did.
Well,
Pardon?
you know who else is with Trump
Lil
too?
Wayne. Lil Wayne.
Little Wayne.
Yeah, yeah. I,
But what? There's a difference between Little Wayne and Ice Cube, and there's an argument between Ice Cube. Little Wayne is just doing what Little Wayne do, but Ice Cube was trying to do something, and they tried to portray it in a certain way, and I think that was wrong how they did Ice Cube.
well, that's what I heard. Yeah, that's what somebody I know was saying also, that it was like, and that was somebody I know that's pretty smart. So, I didn't really want to go check it out for myself, but I believed him.
Man, you should have checked it out. You should have seen what you felt.
Maybe I will.
It's worth it. I mean, it was
I
a good
kind of
idea.
it was one of my friends. Somebody I know was like gave a real sort of description, but I don't know. Maybe I will. There's a lot of stuff to keep track of.
What description did they give you? Do you remember?
Enough to let me know I wasn't really that interested.
Oh, I'm surprised. You should have been
Okay, I'll
interested.
look at for just for you. I will look at it. I
Have to
promise.
look at it. It was actually a good thing because a lot of people talk about reparation and not doing nothing for black people, and he actually came up with a plan and gave the proposal. I think it was good what he did.
Well, that's cool. Yeah.
I know
Okay.
people think it's weird because of course it's Ice Cube, but he at least did it. No one else has really done it like that. He did
Yeah.
it in a good way. Now I don't know
Yeah.
what his proposal was. Nobody knows, but
Nobody
he
knows. So did he
did.
just say that he did it, or
Well,
nobody
he did
knows?
do something. He told generally what he said was he had this plan for black people, and it was a proposal. He said he went to the Democrats first, and they told him they wanted to talk more with him about it after the election. And he went to the Republicans and Trump and them, I guess, chose to listen to him right there and then.
No, they didn't. They chose to pretend to listen to him
Well, okay,
uh,
I'm
because it's
just
before the
seeing
election.
how he put it. He's
Well, he
you know what
doesn't
I'm saying. He's not gonna. He's trying to put it that way, but we all know. Come
exactly.
on, man. We know Trump. Trump is gonna make it look a certain way to make it look good to him, and they
Yeah.
probably pulled that just because he found out Biden and them didn't want to listen. So it's they're trying to make it
Well,
look
then
like that.
they didn't want to in a campaign. They didn't want to drop everything and meet with them. But yeah, of course they'd meet. Of course they'd meet with them about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
but
I mean, go ahead.
in general, he came to both of them, and everybody was making it seem like he was working with Trump only, which wasn't true. So it came off. The news people made it come off like that he just went to Trump and didn't go to Biden or the Republicans when he did.
Just means they
And
didn't
so a
have
lot of
time
people were
for him.
calling him a sellout and all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think you can call him a sellout. So I don't know. But yeah, you need to. You need to check it out for yourself, Anna,
You've
and
just told me,
tell me
Zozo.
next show. Tell me what you think.
Okay, but you've just told me. Okay, so there's something I saw that's really cool. Good, my cat. Um, that I mean, I love classical music, and it's just so hard that there isn't. I mean, I really miss opera, so I mean, it's just so hard for musicians. So I saw a concert where all the different musicians were on different. They were all on Zoom. They were all at home. So you'd see a whole Zoom screen of them playing, and they would have had like a
Mm-hmm.
screen to see the conductor or something, and then somebody was mixing all. But I was like, wow, it was really cool. I mean,
Nice,
yeah, yeah,
nice.
yeah. So they're figuring out ways, but
Well,
yeah,
if
it was.
there's a will, there's a way. People gonna get their music out. People are
Mhm.
gonna get their music out. People are going to get their music out.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, on the music front, I mean, not like you said, not too much, just little stuff, but I think more stuff for Duck Soup. Nothing for this show will be weird for this show, but more Duck Soupy type stuff. I think the biggest one is what we just talked about with Ice Cube. That was kind of the biggest on the more news front. And the other stuff is more Duck Soupy. Well, I don't know. I don't know if anybody cares, but I think on November 23rd or 28th, one of them 2 days, Tyson is supposed to be fighting. What's his name? Roy Jones. You know about that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's supposed to be fighting Roy Jones.
Mike Tyson still fights
Well, this is like a what do you call it?
senior
This is like
division.
yeah, it's like an exhibition. It's just a but they're acting like they're taking it seriously, but I think it's kind of more of their publicity to get everybody to want to watch it. But has been really training. They've been showing him training. I'm like, ooh, he still knows how to fight.
Mhm.
So I mean that's coming up in November. and of course the election. The elections is on what, Tuesday? Is that when it
Yes.
starts? When they
Yeah.
start doing the thing?
Yeah. So we're going to do a show Monday.
You want to do a show on Monday?
Well,
Like,
you said you wanted to.
yeah, I did, huh? So yeah, we gotta do one on Monday before it.
Okay.
So now you need to see if your friend will come on. She gotta come on that one. Somebody gotta come on that one.
Well, there's other people. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, I asked a couple people. But I mean, well, I don't want just anyone coming on the show. That's the
Well, it's not
problem.
just anybody, but it's a good show to have right before the election.
Well, you should invite some people on.
Nah, I don't have news people.
Yeah, you do.
It'll be like Duck Soup people. It'll be more Duck
They
Soup
talk about them.
people. You know what? Let me see if I can get some people from work. I'll see. But you know what I'm saying? It's more with your show. I try to keep your show different, like news on the news thing. That's what I try to do. I don't want to just
Talk
put
about other stuff.
anybody.
Okay, well, let's. I've been watching Lovecraft Country. Have you heard about it?
What's that?
Oh, it's amazing. It's HBO series,
Uh,
and okay, I don't like. We had this conversation. I don't like fantasy stuff. I don't like things that are. It just doesn't like connect to me emotionally, and but Lovecraft Country is, I mean, it's about a black family in Chicago in the 50s, but there's all this magic happening, and it's kind of a there's
mm-hmm.
monsters, and yeah, so it's sort of this genre that I don't really know. Do you know who H.P. Lovecraft is?
Nah, who's that?
Oh, okay. Well, like a horror writer. I mean, it's this whole genre, but the show is amazing, and I like it partially. It has really great
What
clothes.
what
Huh?
what kind of movies does he do? Like what movie is he known for?
He's an
H.P.
author.
Lovecraft.
He's an author. He wrote um kind of science fiction sort of stuff and fantasy, and was known to be extremely racist. So calling the show Lovecraft Country is
Oh, I get what you're saying now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It just twists a lot of stuff around. And yeah, it was really brilliant. So well, like they get like caught, they're in a sundown town, and they're trying to get out, and the cop is following them. So you have that sort of like suspense and fear, and then they get dragged into the woods, and these monsters like burst out. So I mean, I just
Mm-hmm.
love stuff like that where you mix like reality and something that's not real, and you just make it so much more powerful. That's what I think.
Right, right. Okay, I can see that.
And then I'm reading a book called Rebel Cinderella: From Rags to Riches to Radical, The Epic Journey of Rose Pastor Stokes. So this is about a woman that was born in late 80s, I don't remember, 1880s in Russia, and she was Jewish. And at that time, there was a lot and I've talked about this before. I mean, it was like Jim Crow, and for Jews, there was like pogrom, there was like lynchings, and just people would come through and like set fires, just this overall, this constant threat of violence. And so then they came over to the United States, and well, no, through England, and she started working in a cigar factory when she was 11 years old. So
Mm.
yeah, yeah, there's a really good film I just saw. It's one of the ones I was gonna it's on Amazon Prime. I was the documentary about Frances Perkins, FDR's labor secretary, and one of the things that she worked on was ending child labor, and there's footage of it. I mean, it's crazy. It shows like the foreman like pushing this little kid up and having them like do something in this machine.
Oh
um
wow.
yeah, yeah. And so this would be she'd be like rolling cigars 14 hours a day. um and wait a minute. Okay. um so she married a guy from one of the richest families in the US, um, like an Episcopalian, super waspy. So that's why she was called Rebel Cinderella. And so they got gradually more into socialism, and she became like known. I mean, she was badass. This was like 1908 when she was in her because she was supporting her family pretty much from the time when she was a teenager. um, and so she went to New York City to be a writer when she was 23, and just an
Mm-hmm.
incredibly brave person. I mean, she was yeah, okay. Yeah, she was born in yeah, she arrived in New York City in 1903. So this would have been about like 1918. Um and so but they were kind of like armchair socialists too, because they had a private island. So um
Mm-hmm.
at that time, okay, so at that time, um there was, well, it's, called the Gilded Age. There was a huge gap between the rich and the poor. I mean, as there is now. So there are a lot of wealthy people that believed in doing like, charity and good works, and they would set up kindergartens and um hold classes. And so there's that. And then there's trying to really redistribute the wealth to get at the system, and to try and make things more fair, instead of just not try instead of just trying to help things the way they are. um
Right.
yeah, yeah. Socialism, which okay, I hate to say, and so all of this was going on long before Burn Dog, and that's why I don't like Burn Dog. He takes too much credit for stuff other people did, but yeah. um but yeah, they had a private island off New York City where they'd and they would take like rent train cars and take vacations and stuff. So nobody ever gave her a hard time about it though, because and she wasn't like
Mm-hmm.
super extravagant, but they had like other people come live with them. They kind of had their own little colony on the island. It was pretty amazing. So okay, so Lovecraft Country, Cinderella, Tanzania, um, Sudan, Seychelles. Okay, Russian airstrikes in northern Syria have killed more than 150 Turkish-backed militia fighters in the mainly rebel-held province of Idlib. There had been a ceasefire in March. Idlib is the last province held by rebels and jihadists who have been beaten back in a 9-year-long civil war. Oh my God, I can't even sort of like, how is there anything even left to fight about?
Right. It don't make sense, do it?
Yeah. What is there left to bomb? Speaking of bombings, okay, there's a couple. Um, there's an author, a journalist named Rukmini Kalamaki, and I've talked about her work before, um, with in Iraq with ISIS, and so it turned out, and she did a huge segment um, about the being a jihadist, but it was based on the account of one
Mhm.
person, and it turns out that person wasn't even truthful. So the New York Times has to issue another sort of retraction or something, and it's just like, oh, it's so fucked up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
That is.
yeah. Um, other thing I'm following is white women in academia who are claiming to not be white, who are like take on a fake identity. And so they okay, see, for me, that's like something where yes, you should step down from your post. I mean, there was a woman that was like claiming, I think we talked about her. She was a white Jewish woman from Kansas that was claiming to be Afro Latina, um, and from and so there was her, and then there's been like three more women since then who have been like who like changed their identities, or just um like this one woman that grew up in like Montecito or something, some really white suburb in Southern California, just started putting like Chicana on her Twitter feed and talking about her abuela. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's horrible. It's just like insinuating yourself into a community. So yeah, somebody should lose their job for that, because and it was really like Jessica Krug. I mean, the woman that was like faking being who she was. I mean, took a lot. These people take scholarships and scholarships and grants that are intended for Black people and people of color. So yes, you should step down from something like that. Um, but yeah, but I mean, I just wow. And it amazes me that people can still get away with it. I mean, um, because when you go back on somebody's Facebook, I mean, and it's like they do, I guess you could like keep making new pages or something, but I mean, eventually people go back to their find their childhood photos and start putting it together. But people are crazy.
Nuts, nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, okay. So it's gonna be Happy Halloween. We had, oh yeah, Halloween's tomorrow.
Yes. Halloween's tomorrow. So what's up? You ready to end this?
Yeah.
All right. So, I want you to stay on the Zoom though. Don't leave
Okay.
the Zoom.
I
So I
won't.
am going to interview you too. So any shouts out or anything you want to say to anybody before I end it?
Other than Happy Halloween, no, no.
So
Stay
happy
calm.
Halloween from Anna's Global,
Global History Radio.
the Global History Radio.
Yeah.
I gotta get used to the name, so I gotta get used to that. You
Okay.
guys have a good one. We'll be back on.